Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Kelestialmarie here. 4chan is back, but I want to start by saying something. I really appreciate everyone that's been rocking with me through my 4chan content. It's something I started ages ago, and now that you don't know what you had until it's taken away. That's kind of how I feel about 4chan, even though I think it should go. But inevitably, I feel like this is going to happen again. So I'm going to bulk record and react to a few things and then just put that stuff out whilst I put out my other content. And yeah, someone commented on my last video and said that I was choosing rage bait content, blah 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 blah, and I've got an agenda. The agenda is, I don't know if you guys have like figured this out, but I am black, I'm queer, and I'm a goth, so I don't exactly fit the usual. My agenda is to give you an opinion on things and a perspective on things from a person that you wouldn't usually receive it from, because I feel like a lot of people assume that women are a certain way, goths are a certain way, queer people are a certain way. And to be fair, I feel like majority of the time my opinions do not match the normal stereotypical opinions of said people. And it's actually kind of funny to me when I say things, and from what I've seen, my audience is actually majority male, and I don't just create 4chan content. Like, I'm in the beauty space, I'm in the natural hair space, and it's so crazy to me that I have majority males watching. Like, do you guys be watching my chit chat get ready with me where I'm just talking about stuff? Because that would make sense why you guys be saying cunty and serving and slay and yes queen. I think you guys are being sarcastic, but now I'm realizing like you guys actually get it. Like, I've been saying the girls that get it, but I think it's the guys that get it at this point now. Honestly, like, if you're here for the ride, like, subscribe. I'm gonna do a little bit of research on like updates about 4chan, because obviously it's been almost 2 weeks and it's back now. So let's see what Engadget has to say. A nearly 2 week shutdown, but it still has some serious problems, for better or for worse. The continuous... Can we stop using words that I can't pronounce in the wrong train of thought, and I'm just gonna go on the Elizabeth line or something. Image board isn't going down without a fight. 4chan, the infamous forum known for its anonymous user base posting unhinged material, still... Not me jumping words that aren't even there, has made its comeback. A post on the website's official blog titled "Still Standing." I'm still standing. Who's seen that movie? What is that? Sing? Yeah, it's Sing. Would say it here. The 4chan blog post explains that moderators shut down the servers on April 14th to prevent any more damage after a serious database attack where hackers gained access to the site's source code. The blog post labeled the incident catastrophic, since it breached a ton of 4chan's databases along with its most important server. The hack even vandalized the website and revealed personal information of the 4chan moderation team and many of its users. Okay, listen, I went over that in my 4chan is down as this the end video, so I feel like this is kind of unnecessary, but I'm just going to skip all of that. Moving forward, 4chan says it is bringing on volunteers with anonymous information. Guys, do you think this is even a good idea? Like, whatever. 4chan ads are a great deal with prices starting at 0 point. And what I think 4chan should do is, if they want money and they can't secure money on an anonymous site, they should start doing what the government allegedly does, which is when they need to push an agenda, they get people to finance that. Like, if the government can do it, why can't an anonymous site do that? This is why I said that joke about is Elon buying it. If they're having an issue with securing money, you would think that they would up the prices of their ads, look into who could invest, but I guess they don't want to make the site biased because it is anonymous, and if it starts to become too left or right swinging, it will be very obvious that they have a political agenda. So maybe there's that. I have found a thread that I want to read on today because I'm not biased. I try not to be biased, and someone said that I was pushing an agenda, and as I said, the agenda is to make more straight people be open-minded. No, that sounds very James Sharp. See, this is what I mean. Like, I say things that make people have to go and research what I'm talking about, and then it gives them context later on that they wouldn't know. Like, I don't think most hyper straight or straight men that don't have girlfriends that are into like pop culture, is he even a A-list? I need to stop. But it's true, like, do most men know about the James Charles allegations? No. Why would they know that? But my agenda is to just make more things come to light in general that people should be talking about, because people don't talk about a lot of the things they should be talking about, and it just makes me feel like I'm the only one thinking these things. So my agenda is to make a space where people can talk about these things. Yeah, that's my agenda. Gave me something to think about. Then I blocked you because you was rambling for too long. It was getting on my nerves. So yeah, but as I said, I'm not biased. So crush on someone else while in a relationship, be a good girl. Otherwise, body count 1, no male friends or even any friends really. Why don't you got no friends, girl? Like, why? No, dead ass, why don't you have any friends? I'm not gonna lie, that is kind of concerning, but I'm not gonna say she's a bad person because she doesn't have any friends. People like to assume that girls don't have friends because it's their problem, but it's making me think, like, does she feel like if she goes out with her friends, then her boyfriend's gonna have an issue with it? Because she might be one of those, like, golden retriever babes. I know they say there's golden retriever boyfriends, but she might be a bit clingy. I don't know, but let's keep reading. Let me not assume. Like staying inside. Okay, the most adventure you get is exploring the wild and forests and wondering if your death will be by a bear. What? Bear? Like, what are you doing while you're thinking your death is going to be by a bear? I mean, I do have these types of intrusive thoughts too, but not thinking a bear is going to maul me. That's a bit wild. It's obviously one of your boyfriend's friends, so he keeps mentioning the guy and inviting you to places where the friend will also be. Why are you going? Maybe he knows you like his friend and he's trying to see what you're going to do, or he's trying to test his friend. Guys do stuff like that. Like, I don't know why. I think it's kind of cuckoldy, but I seem to think everything's cuckoldy because everyone's normalizing it, and I find it quite disturbing. Thankfully, the friend either doesn't like you, so if he liked you, then it would be more of a concern, I guess. I'd find that concerning. Thankfully, the friend either doesn't like you or he's just respectful because he barely acknowledges you. I mean, I guess that's a good type of rejection if he barely acknowledges you. Because to be fair, if he is like overly chatty or overly laughy with you or overly friendly, then it's like he's trying to like step on your boyfriend's turf, and that's kind of crazy. Or maybe they have that friendship where he just constantly takes every girl he's with. There's guys that are like that. It's weird. I don't know why they're friends with them in the first place. Am I a bad person? Probably. I haven't ever considered cheating or leaving my boyfriend. I mean, this is one of them ones. She should have put this into ChatGPT and let ChatGPT tell her, because this is a lot. I feel like having a secret this big in a relationship feels very shitty. Yeah, but this is one of them ones. It's like, do you tell him, like, I like your friend? Because that's weird. That's really weird. Like, he'd probably leave you. I think he should leave you. You shouldn't be, like, comparing your boyfriend's friends to your boyfriend. Like, that's his friend. Why didn't you get with the friend if you like the friend more? I think if you're hungry, and you're thinking, oh, I want pizza, or I want a kebab, but you were thinking you wanted the pizza first. If you really wanted the pizza, you wouldn't be thinking about the kebab, you know? Like, that's my analogy when it comes to dating. If you really liked the other person, you wouldn't even be questioning or craving the other one unless you've had it before, which is like, I mean, my analogy might be flawed, but it's a good example. I lost where I was reading now. Oh yeah, having a secret this big is shitty. Another thing, I feel like in relationships, a lot of people think that they have to say and share every single thought and feeling like they're not their own individual. And some thoughts and feelings are too heavy for other people to handle. Like, not everything is everyone's business. Like she said about these intrusive thoughts, I'm so sorry. Imagine, no offense, but if a girl texts me talking about, I'm walking through the forest and I'm just thinking, will a bear tear me apart and will that be my death? I'd be thinking, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you like this? Like, that would make me paranoid that a bear is gonna attack. That's my own problem. Why would I be taking on their fears? That's actually not normal. It is normal if you're empathetic, I guess, but let me not normalize this behavior, because why does she like her boyfriend's friend? Like, where was I? It's not like I can vent or tell anyone about it. Yeah, because personally, like, girls be messy, you know. Imagine saying, I like my boyfriend's friend, and then your friend goes and shags him. Like, that's actually crazy, because if she crashes out about it, it's like, okay, but you have a boyfriend, like, why are you mad? That's so petty, but that's actually low-key, like, for the plot, it's kind of funny. Like, it's actually kind of funny. It started as dumb fangirling. How can you fangirl on your boyfriend's friend? Shouldn't you only be a cheerleader for your own man? Like, how did this happen? Like, is he famous? Like, even that, I think celebrity crushes is just bloody weird, mate. I couldn't be with someone that's got a celebrity crush, because, for one, it's weird. It's just weird. Like, why are you obsessed with another human being that isn't me? That's nuts. On top of that, it's just creepy. Like, you're obsessed, and it's a parasocial dynamic. Like, you're gonna spend money to see that person, but not spend money on me. Imagine buying concert tickets to see another girl, but you could just see me and spend money on me. Like, no, that would get me mad. And it just reminds me of that girl that got on stage and was shaking bum and doing all sorts on her favourite artist, and she had a boyfriend in the crowd. And her audacious comment was, I bought the tickets. Like, girl, the friend is in the scene. And while the bands he plays in are my... Oh. Does this not sound like groupie behaviour? They aren't my favourite bands, they're respectable. He's a bit similar to my boyfriend. They both essentially have the same interests and hobbies, and I like/respect people who have those interests. This is so weird. Like, okay, what I'm hearing is the guy's similar to your boyfriend. He's respectful because he barely acknowledges you. Cool. She said that, right? So, unless she didn't know the friend beforehand, like her boyfriend's friend, and they just started dating and then she knew the guy, then it's like, bad luck, babe. But if she knew her boyfriend and was friends with him, and then she spotted the friend and he barely paid attention to her, maybe he had some sort of inkling that she's got a disloyal aura. Like, this is weird. It feels like she settled for the one that gave her attention, or like went for her in a kind of way like that, because people do that. Like, men will actually do that. They'll go for a sister to try and get to the other sister. I mean, look at the drummer from Blink 182 did that. Like, he was stalking Kim and now he's with, is it Courtney? Now he's with Courtney. So it's the same thing. Guys do it all the time. I feel like that's what she's kind of doing. I don't know if it's that, but that's what I'm reading it as. See what everyone else thinks about this, because I'm obviously gonna read it how I'm reading it and then take opinions based on that. But that's the vibe I'm getting. Like, she just seems like those people that can never be satisfied. If this was the other way around, this would crush her. Like, she'd leave. A lot of girls can't deal with knowing that their boyfriend likes their friend, and any vibe that you get that your boyfriend likes your friend is already weird, especially if your friend's entertaining it as well. And as she said, he barely even acknowledges her. So maybe she's doing too much and he's looking at her sideways and the boyfriend's looking at her sideways, because why are you like that? There's a difference between trying to be friendly with your boyfriend's friends and trying to get with your boyfriend's friend because you want your boyfriend's friend to be your boyfriend. You're not being a great partner by keeping anything from your boyfriend like this, that's for sure. If you can ask yourself, would I want to know if it were me, or even just if he would want to know, and answer yes, then you should tell him, yeah, it sucks. It's not your fault for feeling something if you didn't do anything to cause or feed that feeling. But keeping secrets about anything is robbing your boyfriend of the chance to choose. Yeah, no, I hear that, because if he knew you was feeling that way, maybe he'd leave and he'd actually find someone that only has eyes for him and only feels that way about him. Because if you're getting, like, how are you fangirling over another guy? I just think that's weird. Like, consequences, not about how he would feel, not about what's fair to him, but that you might lose him and what he gives you. He might leave you. He might talk through it with you. Talk? Nah. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Can we be serious, please? Because he's probably having trust in you that you won't try anything with one of his friends. And he can see that his friend's not entertaining you. But it's all a delusion that he's imagining that you're not like that when you're like that. I mean, she's not done anything yet, but the fact that she's having these thoughts and she's outright said that she's fangirling is just so weird. You might develop even more trust in the relationship because he may appreciate that you'd come to him with the truth, no matter what, even and especially when it's uncomfortable, difficult truth. At the end of the day, if you want to be a good person or partner, you need to have and act with integrity and respect. Your crush isn't what's important at this point. This guy don't even like you. It's very stupid. She should think about why she has a crush on his friends. Do some self-reflecting and try to strengthen the relationship with her boyfriend, because this is weird. Like, maybe, like, how can you say he's similar to your boyfriend and has the same hobbies and interests, but you're busy going to places where that friend will be rather than going to places where you can, like, further delve into said hobbies and interests that your boyfriend also likes that are similar. Like, does she want to get with this guy or something? Because the information she's given seems like, and it seems like you guys are trying to, I don't know, like, this all depends on what she's trying to do realistically. Like, are you trying to get with his friend or are you trying to save your relationship? Like, which one? Because saying that he barely acknowledges you, it's like, if he was acknowledging you, would you try something? Would you keep it a secret? Like, if you respected him, you'd realize that that's for him to decide. You don't own his reaction. You owe him honesty. Exactly. Here's an idea. Do what 300 generations before us did and keep it to yourself and don't act on it. That's part of making a relationship work for so many years. You don't have to act on all of your brains or body's silly little impulses and ideas. Exactly. Like, if you're with that person, you're with that person. Why are you thinking about a reality where you're not with that person? Because then you're following the affirmation and belief system of that and you're focusing on that, so you're feeding it, and that's just silly. I can't argue against any of that, really. I just feel conflicted because thanks to a previous really embarrassing experience, I feel as though he might be mildly aware and doesn't want to discuss it, wants me to just deal with it. This is a good man, girl. He's a good man. About 6 months ago, I was being dumb and actually looked up a picture of his friend. Girl, are you... Girl, are you trying... I'm sorry. What? Like, to do what with? My first instinct was to save it, and then I decided against it when I realized I was being creepy. And a bit later, my boyfriend was watching me do stuff on my PC, and then I hit Control VD that image accidentally, and he saw it. Oh no, no, guys. I'm happy I'm not a man, you know. I'm actually happy I'm not a man. Cause see me. I like revenge the sweet way. I'd act like I didn't see that. I take her out on a nice day. You know the last guy that was talking about maximum revenge? This is when I do that. This is when I would do that maximum revenge plot. Because are you nuts? Like, if a guy did that on his PC and it was a picture of a girl's best friend, are you not gonna be like, what is that for? Why is there a picture of my best friend on the screen? Like, no, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. No, that's actually nuts. Like, can we actually deep what she did? Like, anyway, I made an excuse on the spot. What was the excuse? What was you doing? Got really red. He kind of just didn't say anything. We moved on and he seemed to start acting normal soon enough, and he didn't seem particularly offended or anything. Somehow he also never brought it up. Does he want a threesome? Because what are you talking about? What do you mean he didn't bring this up? And this can't be one of those, oh, I'm not insecure guys, because this is weird. Like, or I guess he's waiting for her to do something stupid so he can then break up with her. Some people are just so chilled and relaxed that they can't be bothered to break up with somebody. They just wait for them to do too many things and then they're out. Because this is what I would do. I would just let them keep doing stupid stuff and then I'd fall off the face of the earth and they wouldn't be able to contact me. Like, when I cut people off, they don't ever actually see me again. They don't hear from me again. I'm out. Unless you start sending me money to my bank account, I might respond. But yeah, like, the hell? You're not going to see me in the same places and spaces because, no, you're not accessible to me anymore. She won't be able to come to any of these little events that she'd be popping up at. Um, I can't be 100% sure, of course, but I felt like a hint. I don't like this, but also feel too uncomfortable to talk about it. I've been trying to get over this crush, especially since then, and I feel like it was stronger before, so I'm probably slowly getting over it, but it's still on my mind sometimes, even now. Well, of course it is, girl, because you're talking about it, right? Right? I haven't acted on it. I actually rather avoid talking to the friend. I just feel shitty since I feel like this wasn't just a small crush. No, I'm actually so annoyed for him. I'm so annoyed for him. This is just not right. Like, guys. I love that. I love and hate that I'm thinking the same as people replying. Break up with your boyfriend and socialize more so you don't swoon over randos so easily or cheat with the other guy in the forest and a threesome with a bear. Hard to socialize when I have no friends and in my country it's kind of looked down on, seen as weird to talk to strangers. Most get their friends from school and aren't open to new adult friends and aren't open to new friends as an adult. Well, she's cooked. I think she needs to go for a walk in the forest. And hopefully her man isn't dressed as a bear and doesn't attack her because this is nuts. Personally, I'd be really devastated if, you know, you can get an inkling. So it's not that women only have intuition, men obviously have male intuition too. And if a guy's getting an inkling that his girlfriend likes his friend, I don't think he's gonna show long term commitment to her or treat her nice for a very long time because naturally you're going to start to feel disconnected from that female. This is really sad and he sounds like a nice guy considering he doesn't want to argue with her, but I think he needs to get a backbone and stop letting her disrespect him like this because at the end of the day he is allowing it to happen to himself. She's shown multiple times that she can't control her impulses. I mean, it's not to the extent of that she's cheating, but it's emotional cheating. Like, you have a fixation with another man that isn't your partner, and she doesn't have many friends. So I think she should like focus on hobbies and things that she likes, and try to find friends that have those same hobbies instead of befriending her boyfriend's friends and talking to them about her interests, because clearly this is where it's stemming from, the fact that she doesn't really have many people to talk to. And like, as much as she says it's looked down on talking to strangers, it's very hard to make friends in London, and people make group chats, events, things like that to make people feel more included and inclusive, because a lot of people be saying London is bad vibes, and London is bad vibes. Like, it's very cloudy to make friends here, especially when it comes to like alternative scene and the underground scene. It'd be like that. If you don't know someone or know someone that knows someone, it's hard to make friends. But it's getting easier. Like, if you're not going to put yourself out there, how are you expecting to make new friends? You can't expect change while doing nothing to change it. So that's what I think she should do. I think she needs a diary for starters, because I think she needs a diary. I think that this person is actually right. She should just break up with him, because this is going to be a never-ending spiral of him allowing her to act like this and her acting like this until she gets another crush on somebody else, or she starts actually acting on said crush, or the boyfriend and the friend might argue and he might actually start like trying to get with her, and she might allow it because finally he's not rejecting her, and that's not a nice position to be in. So yeah, that's my closing thoughts. I think this is really messed up. It's kind of sad, but stuff like this happens all the time, and I don't think it's fair that it's very likely that the friend might... I'm not saying the friend's a bad person, because it's nothing to do with him. He has no control over this girl having a crush on him. He only has control over... He doesn't even have the control over the friendship he has with the boyfriend, because that's just his friend. No one has control over anything in any relationship or friendship. Well, it's all relationships, isn't it? No one has any control over any connection they're in. So it's likely that he's a loyal friend and he wouldn't do anything because that's his friend's girlfriend. But if she was to break up with him, would he then shoot his shot? We don't know. But that would obviously affect the original boyfriend's mental health, and she's not taking that into account. I think she should just remove herself from the scenario altogether. Not like that, that's extreme. But she should reflect and like break up with him, because it's not right. Like I said about the pizza and kebab, if you really like someone, you're not going to be comparing and thinking, not out loud, not telling them. That's damaging to someone's confidence and mental health, and it's not nice to be compared when you're in a relationship. That's just messed up. But yeah, give your thoughts and opinions below, because you never know, OP might be reading. And yeah, if you like my content, check out my 4chan commentary playlist. If you like my content, like and subscribe, of course. Check out my gameplay over on Twitch, because I'm a serial yapper and I be gaming, so check me out on Twitch. And catch you in the next one.